Welcome to episode 192 of the DorkLair Collecting Podcast, recorded live on Thursday, June 23rd. This is the 5th anniversary of the podcast. Episode 1, I don't think it was recorded on June 23rd, but it aired on June 23rd. So shout out to founding member of the DorkLair, Brian Fontaine of the 6 Scale Scavengers, now a Formula One trading card aficionado. But yeah, and to you guys as well, been with this journey most of the time. I think both of you joined within the first year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think
Just
so,
pretty
yeah,
early
yeah.
on. Yeah.
So what's going on? What's new? It's been a little while.
Gosh.
We haven't recorded in close to a month, I think.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been about a month. So what's going on, Larry?
Man, instead of going over single thing that I got, just kind of some high points. This Transformers retail line, both the Studio Series, some of the new stuff from Legacy, and especially the Studio Series Bumblebee stuff, just really continues to impress the heck out of me. I picked up Drag Strip, I got Kickback, I got Wheeljack from the regular line. Then from the Bumblebee movie line, I picked up RC, and I picked up Ironhide, and I picked up the little Legends class Shockwave. And I told you guys this before we started recording. This line, there's stuff I spend more money on, like the 3-0 G.I. Joe stuff, unreal. 3-0 Transformer stuff, unreal. But, the Figuarts and the masterpieces and all that stuff, just fantastic stuff. But when you spend $100, $200, $300, $400 on something, you expect awesome. You expect to be overwhelmed with awesome. That's the expectation. But when you go to retail and you find something that's $25, this is the Bumblebee Studio Series movie RC, and get the amount of awesome that they've packed into this little figure, that's completely unexpected. It is this line, for in my opinion, is the best value of anything out there right now because of what you're getting. I mean, this is masterpiece level articulation, paint application, engineering, squeezed into, like I said, at this class, a $25 figure, or, Bill, you have this one. I picked up another one. I liked it so much on that Pulse sale, the Kingdom Rodimus. I mean, the amount of awesome that you're getting out of these things, it absolutely blows me away. The other one I picked up today, and I don't think these are supposed to be out because I went to check them out. They weren't ringing up, but the woman at Target rang it up for me. So she's going to Heroes Con this week. She's like, yeah, me and my husband are going and blah, blah, blah. So we started nerding out a little bit, and I think she helped me out. But I already have the Ratchet. So this is, just like all Ironhides, it's a repaint of Ratchet, but still just an incredible, incredible little figure. Grabbed a couple of other things. I've been slowly picking up that McFarlane Dark Knight Build a Horse Wave. I got Carrie Kelly today. I got the Joker coming sometime next week. I'm not in a big hurry for those. And I picked up Superman last week. And I think that's the majority of stuff that I got. The 3-0 Storm Shadow came in. I already had Snake Eyes. Chris, I know you got those. I really, really, really love that Snake Eyes. That Storm Shadow took it to a next level. And then I have the camo Storm Shadow ordered. I'm going to have that come in next week. I'm going to be all in on this line. As soon as the Firefly and Roadblock pre-orders go up, I'll be getting those as well. So we're getting a lot of cool G.I. Joe stuff in that 1/6 scale between 3-0, which is a little bit bigger than 1/12 and a little smaller than 1/6. And then the Mezco line that's going to be, the 1/12 line is going to be coming out. It's a good time to be a Joe fan. It really is.
I think Destro is still, I think we're like in the window for Destro.
I think he was Q3, right?
It could go, and it could be delayed still till next year, but like
hey,
right now, as of right now, it's like June to September or something is the window for Destro.
Yeah.
So Chris, what's going on, man? How about you?
I got a lot of stuff. Obviously, the Pulse sale kind of wrecked my wallet, surprisingly. That was kind of like, oh, everything's on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the 3-0 GI Joe figures. Like Larry said, I like them both a lot. I several times I almost bought them even at their normal price, which is pretty solid, like 150 ish. So less than 100 for each was great.
Yeah.
I got the on that Pulse sale they had the Power Rangers 3-0 figures. So they had the 6-figure set, and it was like under 350. I decided just to get I got the red and green Ranger because I'm like there's a ton of figures. I was like I just got those two kind of just to represent, and they were 60 something, like 60 I think, wild. 65 with tax and stuff. Yeah, just crazy. I kept thinking, I'm like, well, this is like what I would be spending on like Super 7 Ultimates to these characters. I might as well just get the 6 scale figure. But yeah, it was heavy with a lot of other stuff. I got the DX Batman figure came in, Clone Wars, Darth Maul, and then also paid for a couple that are shipping, like that Boba Fett 2-pack and Ahsoka. So it was really all at once. I was like, crap. That's not what I want.
Where did you order Ahsoka?
What the Asian site Toys Buying Agent?
Okay.
Yeah, I had bought a couple from them. Oh, Django, that was the other one I paid off too. Yeah. That should be it's in transit. But I stopped pre-order. They had like this, 2 years ago, whenever they went up, they were 20% down, and then later on they started switching to be a 50% down model. So I was like, I didn't want to lay out that much, like a year and a half at minimum in advance.
Right.
The other thing, I don't think I talked to you guys since Celebration.
No.
The only big thing I got there was I bought the Sideshow Hoth Han Solo figure. That was
nice.
A reasonable deal. It was like $250 when most eBay things are at least $300. So I figured it's pretty decent, looked decent in the box. A couple, like a year or so ago, I got in the Luke figure from Sideshow. I bought that on Mandarake, that Japanese site.
Yep.
Yeah.
So glad to have those two, because I know even if Hot Toys ever decided to do them, it would be a long time coming.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
What else? Well, I guess Monday I went to Disneyland and they had the Mandalorian Droid Factory Pack, which has the fairy droid in it, and that was really the only thing I wanted in it. But picked that up, and yeah, they're all pretty neat little droids. But yeah, that fairy droid is pretty cool.
It's unique.
It's way more articulate than I thought. It's got over, really? I think, like over 20 points of articulation in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good figure.
Impressive.
For just being like, the park exclusive, not just some repaint like, many of them are. So
yeah,
right.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's been a hefty few weeks.
Yeah, that's
it really droid. Has.
Like if for those of you who might not remember, it's the droid that has an R2 unit body, and then it's got arms and legs.
Yeah, it just starts like getting all big, and then the arms are coming out and shit. Yeah.
It's funny. It's great. So for me, so for that Pulse sale, I got 3 Transformers. Some that I wanted, one that I had thought I'd gotten a really good deal on before, and then it was canceled. But I got Rodimus Prime, I got Wreck-Gar, and I got Blaster. And the only one I've opened so far is Blaster, but I love this figure, and I'm just like I'm kind of diving deeper and deeper into Transformers.
Yeah,
and just enjoying it.
Yeah,
a bit.
They're just fun to play with because the transforming. Yeah. It's like
right.
Yeah, you're kind of like exercising your mind a little bit when you're learning how to transform it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I did get some Hot Toys in literally yesterday from Underground Figures. I got in the Boba Fett 2-pack. And I just got the email today that they are shipping Django like next week. And like, I don't know if, any of you guys or any of the listeners have ever ordered from them before, but it's like, they'll send you the email and they'll say it's shipping. And it's like the day it ships. And I'm so close that it'll be there the next day. So like, I think on Tuesday, I got an email saying, pay the invoice for the remaining shipping, because I had already paid it off. And then that same day, I think, or maybe the next morning, I got the tracking, and then the Thursday, like the following day, it was here. It's kind of wild. But they're real close to me. So I got Django coming up, and I got since the last time we recorded, I think I got the 501st Trooper and the Clone Wars Anakin as well. So like a lot of hot toys coming in the last couple weeks. And yeah, I mean, that's these came in too. The Umbra Troopers.
Cool.
And Larry, I got one for you, right?
Cool. Yeah, just hang on to it
Next
until
time
we
I send
build
you
up a
package,
box.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just been so much, it's hard to kind of remember. But let's take a look at what the others in the chat have picked up. Let's see here. So, Brick Something went all in on the 2 Mythic Legions Trolls this weekend. Found the Gargoyles. Nice. We should probably mention, I didn't put it in the news, but the Trolls, I think they end this weekend. I think they end on Sunday.
Yeah.
So those Mythic Legions All-Stars Trolls, I didn't end up ordering them. I'm still kind of sticking, I think, with just like my one troll rule. I have the one ice troll. I'm going to stick with it. And who knows? Maybe at a convention down the road, I'll be like, oh, I think I'm going to grab it. But
yeah,
for now, I'm sticking with the, they're just a lot of space.
I really want Brontis, and I just wish it was like it's essentially the same shipping if I order 1 or 2, and I'm like,
right. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go all in, and I really, and I just, I've got all these Hot Toys payment requests coming in, and I'm like, oh, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very busy time of year. I mean, like we're going to talk about it in the news, but like just yesterday we had, or Tuesday into yesterday, we had the Mondo He-Man. I don't think a lot of other people did, but like the H.A.C.K.S 7 of 9, all 1/6 scale figures, like $200+ figures, and the Mezco exclusive, which was over 200 as well. Like all these things, like in the 24-hour period, it's just
wow. Yeah, that's a bunch.
Let's see here if anybody else. I think I got it all here. Just received the Fan Toys Hannibal Series 2 Action Force. Oh yeah, that's right. Those just released as well. And Bad Batch and Mando fig pins. Nice. Fig pins are cool. Let's see. Trevor's here. What's up, guys? Got the MAFEX boys figures. Larry, did you get those? Or?
I was gonna say, that's how long it's been since we've gone. Yeah, I got both of those, and 1/6. How do you like those? And I know we're gonna have some awesome pictures coming for those, but I was really, really, obviously Billy Butcher's kind of plain. He's a dude in a trench coat, but Homelander was unreal. The facial likenesses, they get his creepiness and smarminess to get that in plastic. They did an awesome job. I have Black Noir pre-ordered. I hope we get the team before the series has run its 5 or 6 seasons.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I got them in. Really, I haven't even opened them up. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are awesome. MAFEX is just doing more and more cool stuff. I'm thinking about going in and picking up some of the MAFEX Marvel stuff because I like the way some of that's looking.
They're great.
Their Doctor Strange. Figures. Yeah. So I was thinking about having that since Figuarts seems to be really slowing down what they're producing. I thought about going in. That's another thing. I got Figuarts Deadpool. See, I just keep remembering stuff.
And, Nate's got the boys figures in his pile of loot. Yeah. I was just chatting with Nate and Trevor and Jeremy, and we're planning some stuff for Legions Con, so looking forward to that. Like, it's kind of crazy. It felt so far away, and now like we're into summer, right? And it's next season. It's kind of wild. This summer is going to be, speaking of Legions, this is going to be like just wave after wave of Mythic Legions hitting. I know today in this podcast, we really don't have any Legions news or anything Legions to talk about, aside from just kind of reminding people if you want to get your Trolls order in, do that soon. But for the rest of the summer, I think we're going to be like stacked with a lot of stuff. Scott has Xylona. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let me.
I definitely need to mention that. Oh, dude, this thing is monstrous. It's enormous. You can see.
So you haven't done it yet, right?
I've not even cut the tape yet. I have, dude. I have this. I have the Darth Vader bust that Steph got me for Christmas. I have 3 Flame Toys Transformer kits that need to be put together. So I am so far behind on stuff. It's disgusting.
And
Just training for this contest has just taken all of any extra brain power I have. At the end of the day, it's gone.
Once assembled, that Lego Prime transforms, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait to get that sucker put together.
I was gonna say, speaking of cons, I also got my can't really see my San Diego Comic-Con badge in today.
Oh, nice. Is that the one with the Rings of Power on it?
Yeah. It's just paper. I thought it was gonna be in like a hard plastic thing, but it's just a printed piece of paper. But still, I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should have thanked you because we should have mentioned that you actually picked me up that Droids pack, so I'm excited to get that as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of Disney and stuff. Okay, let me pull this banner down, and we're gonna get into the news. So I just want to up front say I should have like a really awesome giveaway because it's the 5th anniversary, but honestly, I forgot it was the 5th anniversary and I didn't have a giveaway set up, and I kind of like last minuted this episode and stuff. So next time we record, which is probably 2 weeks from now, because next Thursday is my wedding anniversary, but 2 weeks from now, we'll do a big 5th anniversary giveaway, and we'll come back to giveaways. I unfortunately don't have a giveaway today set up. And I want to wing it because I don't want to screw it up and like gifts to the wrong person, or I don't know, screw it up somehow. But all right, so we're gonna get into some news. So yesterday, really, this goes back to Monday. Mezco started teasing, and I personally was frustrated with the way they teased this. They teased the new version of the Pink Skull's Chaos Club, and on Monday they kind of started teasing it on their page, on their social media, which is great. I love it when they tease it on the social media. But then they started like creating clone pages of the original Pink Skulls on their website and putting up a banner, maybe it was the original banner for the original Pink Skulls. And like, I literally, because I tend to track this stuff for my audience, like my Instagram audience oftentimes like finds out from me about these drops. So I was literally on their site for like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours straight. Just I was on my computer like all day, and I didn't expect to be, because they were changing the web pages and messing with the with the product pages. So I feel like they went a little too far with that in terms of like screwing with people. And I got really frustrated and annoyed with them on that. So aside from that, though, it was a pretty fun tease. Like the Pink Skull sort of took over. They sort of like hacked Mezco, right? Like, so to speak, which is funny because Mezco actually got hacked a few years back. I don't know if you guys remember Super Steve. I wish I had a picture of it.
Sounds familiar.
Like somebody put up somebody at the company, or I don't know who the heck did it, but somebody put up this random page of this weird meme looking cartoon face thing. It was like, order Super Steve.
Yeah.
And it got it got taken down, and I don't remember if they even acknowledged it. I forget what happened, but it was this really weird, like, hacked thing. And maybe it was like an internal joke that got released accidentally or something like that, but kind of reminded me of that a little bit, like they getting hacked. And then they had a really, I wish I had it queued up. We could watch the music video. It was incredible because they always have the best stop motion. It's just so good. And it was the Pink Skulls just, singing a tune, punk, New York punk scene type thing. Some Beastie Boys references and whatnot. But we got this set. We got this new Pink Skulls Chaos Club set. I think it renders the old one not obsolete, but it kind of like overshadows it big time because it concludes almost everything that set had plus a lot more.
Yeah.
So you have these new head sculpts that are variations of the original head sculpt with articulated jaws, and I think they have somewhat different expressions, right? If you look at the guy on the right and the guy on the left, their expressions are a little bit different.
I was going to say 2 of them are the same, right? From what I kept looking at them, like
it
2
looks
on the
like
right.
it, yeah.
But yeah, there's a third separate one, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have these 3 that are almost like they look very much like Doc Nocturnal heads with like maybe a little differences here and there. Of course the eyeballs, and then obviously the one on the right is much more squinty.
Yeah, and these are all different, so that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
And then you have a set of the original heads, right? Like that's one of the biggest draws. They don't do these heads very often. So 3 sets of heads. Here's the set. $285 for the set. It was $225 for the first set. This comes with so much more. And when you think about like the cost of everything right now, I feel like this is a fair price.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I was kind of thinking that. I was like, it's considering inflation. The first set came out 3 years ago, and if anything, it looks light compared to this one.
It does. And it seemed light at the time too.
Yeah.
But you got a whole band musical instrument set up to bass, guitar, drums.
Yeah, that's all new tooling, right? That's not something we've seen before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
there's not
there's a lot
anything
of
they
cost
can use
right
again,
there.
really.
Exactly.
I
Right,
mean, maybe the bass, but the guitar.
Yeah, I mean the bass is
Maybe.
is like the devil's horns, right? Is the bass if you look at like this way, I guess. And then you have a skull, like an actual like Pink Skull Chaos Club skull on the other guitar. I like the plumbing pipe work mic stand, essentially.
Reminds me of a Blue Band Group concert.
Right.
And you could take some of those things apart too. Like I think it says the wrenches come off the drum thing, so it's like they're separate pieces. And then I think the mic stand comes apart from the bass and all that. So
right, yeah. And then I mean, just a ton of stuff. Like 7-8 different hats, crown, whatnot. I mean, you have the hockey mask, beer cans. I personally love getting a 12th scale milk crate. I wish it came with some vinyl records to stick in that milk crate. Would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
That would be
because
cool.
this set actually comes with a 7-inch vinyl. So all tons of different like accessories. You've got some rolled up cigarettes that look like they are home rolled. 4,000 hands.
It's so annoying the way they do the
hands.
I'm like, why can't you just sort them the same way so we can see which ones are different? That's right. Like it just drives me insane.
Yeah. You know what? So we got the devil's horns. Do I have the figure up here somewhere?
That was with the what do you call it, guy?
The advent calendar. I thought I had him right up here somewhere. And but we haven't gotten the hang loose like this. We haven't gotten this one yet, which is in there, right?
There's that, and then there's like the 3. Like there's like 3. There's no 2. Yeah. There's no peace sign. I guess that's the only one.
Right.
But it's just a lot of different hands, and it's kind of not. They're not. Yeah, weird way to divvy them up.
Right. Yeah. And then it come like you look at the figures and you're like, okay, so you got 2 denim jeans and a leather pants guy. Leather pants guy has.
I didn't even realize leather pants guy.
Leather pants guy has Chucks, right?
Yeah.
And so you get some mixing and matching there. He's also got the hoodie. Let me see. Yeah, so see right here, he's got the hoodie on. The leather pants guy has the hoodie on. And I think the 2 different kinds of denims are a little bit different. So there's a lot of variety. It's not just like 3 of the exact same. But if you want to make your original Pink Skulls with the striped shirts and the bandanas, it comes with the shirts and the bandanas too. So like you're getting pretty darn close to the original set plus just all this other stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until after I bought it, and I was like looking through all this stuff. I'm like, oh wait, it is, pretty close to just replicating that with those.
Right. Yeah, you can totally do it. I mean, you're gonna have one with leather pants, and they're not gonna have I forget what color. They had black Chucks. It looks like looking at my other one with white laces originally. Yeah. Okay. And then so sticker sheets. There's a lot of references. There's like Sex Pistols, Black Flag, like there's all sorts of like old.
Okay. I didn't even actually look at that. Rock
references and things in there. Yeah. And then the box is a stage, and it comes with the vinyl 2.7. It's like it's got like I think 8 tracks or something. Like you could have done a 12-inch, I guess, but it's 2 7-inch records. And you can kind of see some of the songs listed on there, and they're funny. They're like after there's songs about like aftermarket and complaining about double jointed elbows and things like that. But yeah, so I mean, so 285, like this set's loaded.
Yeah,
It's loaded.
I didn't even consider really the record too, because that is usually one of those swag things you throwing in that annoys people. But like with the value you're getting with everything else, like it doesn't even matter whether or not you add that record or not. But it's pretty cool.
I mean, let's just say this is $40.
Yeah.
So then that drops it down to $245, and then you're right at like a regular $80 figure price essentially, right? So
every head is like a $20 head, $15-$20 or something,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so let's see what people are saying in the chat. 7-song EP. Okay, yeah, 7-song EP. They really went all out when the set. Figure fan. I know he ordered it. We were chatting it up. Soft goods look sick. Some people kind of pointed out that like the all leather guy almost feels like a little precursor to their Ghost Rider figure that's going to be coming.
Oh, that would be an easier reuse of some of that. Yeah, it really would.
Yeah, I can't wait. The first thing I'm going to do is probably before I even open the figures is listen to these songs.
Yeah, it look fun.
Shouldn't it be too hard to make mini 12 inches for the crate? Print your favorite records and then Mod Podge on chipboard. Yeah, that'd be pretty
That's
easy.
a good idea.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the pink skulls, I ordered a set. This is sweet. And I'm actually been moving away a little bit from Mezco stuff, but I think I kind of had always regretted not getting it. And Chris, I remember when we first got it, I was like, hey, you want to kind of split it? I'll take one, and you got the set and then sold me one. I always kind of regretted not getting all three, and I had gone on the wait list at one point. It never filled, so this is great.
Yeah, I mean, I kept one, and then I wound up selling the other one on eBay or something, and then I still can't believe how much people are paying for it or had paid for it. That set, at the time. Even I remember it was at Designer Con, and it was like an in-person sale, and I'm like, man, I guess I'll buy one. I'll save on shipping and whatever, and blah, blah. It won't be as bad. But kind of wish I bought it second.
Records it is cool. I mean, it goes along with some of the other things, comic books, trading cards.
Yeah, and obviously we haven't heard the songs. Well, I didn't watch that video with sound, so I don't know if there was a song.
It's a ripper. It's one of the songs. It's got to be.
And
it's a ripping punk tune. It sounds kind of like when the Beastie Boys had some, like in their later days, they went back into their punk roots, and like it kind of has that vibe to it.
Yeah, but they, it's not like something you just have to print up. It's like they had to write songs and shit, so that's effort,
I want to know like what this band is, like who, who is this? The song lyrics are great. Braku missed out. All right.
Sorry.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of pink, we have Squid Game action figures from SH Figuarts. I feel like this is the first time that we've seen figures for Squid Game. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, it's the first
companies.
It's the first types of merchandise I've seen for them at all. I shot you this the other day because they did a bunch of Figuarts reveals, which we'll get to. But and Chris, I think you said you watched Squid Game. Did you watch it? Or no, Bill, I think you said you watched it.
I did.
Watch it,
yeah,
I watched it also. Yeah.
Okay. I was late to the party on that. I watched that probably weeks after everyone did. Kind of like with me with Peacemaker, now months late to the party. But I really enjoyed it, and that is just an obscure enough looking set. I could very realistically see myself picking that up, putting it on one of my all kinds of stuff goes on your shelf, and just seeing if anyone notices it and is like, can't believe they made figures of that. That's what I like about them, because who would have ever thought?
Yeah.
I like the show a lot. I did see some like third party 6 scale, but I didn't want to jump in on that, but I could see
Yeah.
picking some of these guys up.
So you
Yeah.
got the front man, right? And then you got 3 of the different ranked.
Yeah, those
you
guys
got
are
all,
awesome.
all the different shapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, then we just all we need is a third party sculptor to do some faces of the cast members. And since at one time or another, so many of those guys are in different outfits, we can have a couple of unmasked cast members too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Totally. And you could just fudge it with different heads from kind of generic looking people, because there's so many of those workers there that we never even saw their faces.
Exactly.
So this is a new line. I forget what it's called, but it's like some other art. I forget what it's called, but it definitely has articulation. And here's a sense of the size of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty big, right? It's into scale with the figure art stuff, but I forget what the heck this other line is called that they're doing. But yeah, so
yeah, I'd pick up that guy, that doll thing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get some get some LEDs, shoot some lasers from our eyes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that's the SH Figuarts Squid Game stuff. Okay, Funko did some pops. Yeah, that makes sense, Trevor. And then we saw these a while back. We saw the key art, or the art that was they had designed the figures, but now we're seeing the actual prototypes of these figures. And this is the Boss Fight Studios 6-inch H.A.C.K.S. This is their epic H.A.C.K.S. These are now up for pre-order. They've got the 4 skeletons. You've got the pirate skeleton, the what is this one? Like the gladiator, I guess, right? And then the ghoul, and then the Viking or barbarian skeleton. I ordered all 4. I'm definitely gonna be collecting this line as much as I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple. I like that guy, the death, basically.
This one has cloth. I don't think the hood is cloth. I think the robe itself is cloth. Yeah, which they've done before, where it's like with their 4-inch figures, they'll have the hood be not cloth. It'll be plastic, and then the rest of the robe will be cloth. And then I think that's the only cloth on all of these. I think.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of parts that are like straight from the 4-inch line. Like this belt piece, that's exactly just a scale up from the 4-inch line.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like it was the same piece. I'm like, man, that's
no.
weird.
Just like I'm saying, like they just scaled up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Stuff. Yeah. Articulated jaws. Even their 4-inch figures. Not every skull in the 4-inch line, but they do have skulls in the 4-inch line that has articulated jaws. And then here's
oh, cool.
They shared a picture of the prototype, and I have this because you can get a sense of like, okay, you can have just a basic skeleton, right? Like you can take all that stuff off, like even the ones with boots. I'm assuming they're gonna come. Like if you
I wasn't sure if the feet were included.
Yeah, I mean it looks like they're gonna do that because this picture shows the boots, or at least the bottom part of the boots over here, and that confirms that the boots are two-piece boots. So you're gonna have like the foot will peg into that shoe part, and then you'll have the boot part like laying on top, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, this is cool. Like I'm excited. It'll be interesting to see how tall they are. Like because if you think about the Storm ones, those are huge. Those are like 7 inches easy, right? And then the Mythic Legion stuff is like a little over 6 inches. So I wonder if these will be over 6 or 6 even, or maybe a little under, or what, like how big they'll be. I don't think they've confirmed the exact height yet, but
it would make sense if they're around 6, or it would help to mix in with legions because without any skin and anything on your body, you'd shrink down a little bit.
Right. I'd like to see them right at about 6 inches would scale with a lot of stuff. Because I do think that the Storm ones, they especially if you're putting them with certain things like maybe like Figuarts or some of the smaller Mezco stuff, they're just like they tower,
Yeah, with like Mythic Legions, you can hunch them up a little bit, and then it'll goes well. But it's figure art to be like giants.
Yeah. And then we had our Obi-Wan Wednesdays yesterday, and then today this stuff went up for pre-order. There was some other stuff before, like another version of Obi-Wan, or maybe it's the same Obi-Wan with some different things, but maybe a different card back.
I think it's repainted, like his tunic or whatever.
Okay, yeah. And so we have we have Obi-Wan himself. We have the new version, the like Stormtrooper, Purge Trooper, not the clone trooper looking Purge Trooper from the games, but this is from the show. And then we have Tika, the swindling Jawa from that very first episode. And here's a look at the 3 figures, and then the card backs. 1, 2. I really like the look of Tika because he's got that vest, you know.
For me,
that's what I wanted.
For me, Jaws are like Ewoks. Give me as many different ones as you can. I want just bukus of them. You can never have enough different Ewoks, Jawas, or Sand People. Just keep giving me different ones, and I'll keep buying them.
This is a set that I hope, quite frequently, like Amazon sets like this will kind of linger, and you'll see some good deals on them after they release. Like the Clone Trooper set, that went lower than retail, not ton. It wasn't clearance price, but it was, I think it was like a $60 set, and it dropped to like $50. I'd like to see this one go down because I don't really want to buy multiples at full retail because Obi-Wan, I just really need one. But I would buy extras if I can get them cheaper, just to have extra Purge Troopers and Jawas.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm sure folks could use that Obi-Wan for customizing, do something different with the tunic and have different, like the longer robes from customizers to do different things with that too.
It'll make a good generic character.
It will. Yeah. You swap that head off and just have a random anybody in Mos Eisley or Mos Espa.
And then the other one for today's or yesterday's Obi-Wan Wednesdays was Ned B. I think that's his name. I got it on there as Ned B. I think that's right.
I think you're right.
I think that's right. Yeah.
$33.99. This is a Black Series figure, so it's coming in at a little bit more of a deluxe price, but yeah.
Yeah, they're calling it a deluxe. It comes with 2 accessories.
Yeah, I mean it's deluxe because it's a little bigger, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even like it's tall, but yeah, it's not like a big hulking figure.
Well, now how tall? Didn't Reva only come up to like his chest plate? I mean, isn't he like a head taller than the other folks? So he'll be. I think
if I remember right, like Obi-Wan and I can't remember.
I remember looking at it, thinking someone could comfortably fit inside that armor if they needed to.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
So it's
it looked like a 3PO situation where there was an actor inside.
Exactly. Yeah.
Continuing with Star Wars, we have some Hot Toys releases or pre-orders, and we have Cad Bane, which I'm totally getting. I'm not going to pre-order it yet, but I am going to eventually get this one. But yeah, Cad Bane Hot Toys looks awesome in my opinion.
Cad Bane is Latin for freaking awesome.
Yeah, I love that they gave him a couple of faceplates, because it's not, it's a good set. Usually, the paint's the hardest thing or the most time-consuming thing with these type of figures, but and you're getting a full face. It's not like Batman just here. So getting all those expressions really nicely done is great. And I like that they started with the Attack of the Clones where they included some accessories from like other appearances, like they're giving him the Toto 360 here, so from the Clone Wars, which is great. It's just knock it out in one release. I don't want to go back and buy a Clone Wars Cad Bane with a different hat to get this guy or something. A new faceplate that makes it look a little more like the cartoon or something. Yeah. Like just get it done, and whatever. Everyone should be happy. I like this. It opens it up for them to like introduce, totally, just to be a little more flexible with things. Exactly. It's not like this is the character and he only appeared here. I think back to I think there was that Rey figure from the Force Awakens, the Resistance Rey, where she had the lightsaber, but she didn't come with a lightsaber blade. It's like, well, yeah, because she never ignited it. It's like, oh, right. Yeah. You can be a little, expand your horizon. That is a little chintzy. Yeah. Why does mine have a blade then? Oh, maybe I think I bought it from somebody who threw the blade in. Oh, okay.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, so here's the set. You got the deluxe version with Toto 360 and the booster effects, I guess, for the boot rocket boosters. Which when this is live action, it really is kind of hilarious to think like that's making him fly. But
Those tiny little jets.
in the cartoon, it's believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got the two versions, 290 versus 270. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Like the only argument might be, is 290 a lot? Like is 270 a lot? Maybe, I don't know, but like the prices are kind of ridiculous already anyways. So, but anybody who's going to order this, like $20 more, why not?
Yeah, you're getting another little character, and if for whatever reason you didn't want him, you could sell him for at least double, at least $40 or something like that.
Totally.
Minimum, yeah.
And then we also have Boba Fett, and so the other Boba Fetts we got from this era, so to speak, were from the Mandalorian. Like the one I just got in today was the reclaimed armor, right? Like the really wrecked up armor, the 2-pack with him with the with the robes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the repaint, the fresh Boba Fresh, like the fresh paint armor from Mandalorian, that following episode, right? But this is Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. Biggest difference to me is, obviously the way the armor's painted, but the pants are much different. And here's a look at the
there's like knee rockets are a little lower, I think.
Yeah.
But
also has the flame effect. So every figure is going to come with this now, I guess.
And he doesn't come with a head sculpt, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, that's a weird. I mean, I guess they have the really scarred up one, and they'd have to do a new one, I guess.
Oh, I forgot he is a little. Yeah, he's healing into the back of the tank. Yeah.
Yeah. But since I have the head sculpt, I'm kind of on the fence. So I wanted to talk just briefly about so I'm not gonna get this and this. I'm not getting both. Right? Like I just don't want that much. I literally have like a Mandalorian armor focus in my collection, right? And I still don't want both of these because they're just too. I don't know. It's just too much.
Yeah, they're very similar.
And I'm trying to I thought I'd share my thought process of where I'm at as I decide which one I want. And I'll tell you this right now. I prefer the fresh look. But I don't prefer the way Hot Toys has painted this fresh look. Or I should say sculpted this fresh look.
Yeah, I agree.
I much prefer this. Feels fresher and cleaner, even though it's more scuffed up than this, which looks like they just painted over the reclaimed armor straight up without buffing it or anything. You know what I mean? It just when you look at the show.
Yeah,
right?
good.
So
yeah,
here's
there.
It looked like he had smoothed everything out. Yeah.
Right. And so I'm waiting. If the repaint armor version comes out and it's not all lumpy like that and it looks like the one from the show, that's the one I want. I definitely prefer that one. If it doesn't, if it looks exactly like this, then I'm getting this one. I'm absolutely going to get this one instead.
Yeah.
I do prefer the pants
nice too.
I do prefer the pants on this one.
Yeah, they look nice. Easier to control and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more tactical and stuff. But I much prefer, if this ends up looking like it did in the show, I definitely prefer the super fresh, clean.
I pre-ordered the one with the throne already, so that kind of sealed my fate with it. But
that's that, yeah. And I've been waiting on that. I'm not going to do it until I see the blogger photos, I guess.
Yeah. I'm starting to not immediately pre-order. I usually I use Time Walker Toys a lot, and smaller retailers, they just run out of pre-orders typically. But I'm not trying to pre-order as much immediately and just kind of hold off and give it some time.
Yep.
See how it goes.
The new coupons too are pretty great. So
yeah, Sideshow puts so many things on sale, or I was even though Time Walker's a little cheaper, they don't charge sales tax. They double box, which is a nice feature I like, but they but Sideshow is like, yeah, $20 off, free shipping, or that. I forgot
They're
I had
doing
a
this
code.
now. This is
Yeah.
sweet. 10% off a hot toy. That's like $25.
Yeah. I need to.
And all the ones that I've been getting in from them lately, like that Anakin. I also got a Tusken Raider. Like they all have been coming with that 10%. And you scan it, and it saves to your account, and it's not till November. It doesn't expire till November.
Oh, okay.
So it's like anything that comes out between now and then, it's in stock though. But it's like all in stock. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure it's all in stock. Okay, so here's the set, $275. Again, no head sculpt. Kind of sucks. But
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, that feels
price.
weird for something that expensive. Yeah, it really does.
And
I don't remember
a show where he had his helmet off a lot,
like the whole time. did I know the repaint armor? Does that come with a head sculpt, or is that only with the deluxe release?
Only with the deluxe. So you're only getting the head sculpt with like the $500-$600 sets. Yeah.
Yeah. That I'll just say that's crappy on their part.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, the repaint armor I think is $250. Doesn't come, and that one seems now like a good deal after looking at this at $275 without a head sculpt. But and there they are together. Cad Bane and Boba Fett look pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like I don't remember how
good.
tall he was next to him, or if he was standing next to people in the show. But yeah, it's nice to see the height given there.
Yeah. Staying with hot toys and overpriced figures. We got the Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, it's funny. I asked my daughter today because today and tomorrow she didn't have any any of her programming stuff, summertime and whatnot. I was like, hey, you want to go to the movies? And the only kids movie playing is Lightyear. And I was like, do you want to go see Lightyear? And she had zero interest. She wanted to stay home and watch Sonic 2 again.
Wow.
Instead I go to the movies for the first time in like 3 years and watch Lightyear. Actually, no, she did go see a movie recently, but I don't know if the kids are not, she's into Toy Story, but not, I don't know. Lightyear's not appealing to her, I guess. It's appealing to me. Like I kind of want to see it, but
yeah, I do too. Yeah. Honestly, like the Figuarts figure, when I saw that, I'm like, man, that thing looks really good. That's like what really instilled. I'm like, yeah, I should see this movie.
Right?
I think I'm one of the 6 people that just never got into Toy Story. I mean, I did not like it, but like I remember whenever each successive sequel would come out, folks were going nuts, and I liked them. I enjoyed them. Yeah, no, I think they're good movies. I would have to go back and watch them to tell you what happened in any of them. I remember they were enjoyable, but I just didn't. Yeah, I don't recall very much.
Yeah.
I didn't put all the other pictures on here just for the sake of time, but here you have the set. You have a deluxe version that comes with the robot cat and the jetpack. Like, I kind of feel like, yeah, the 315 is high, but if you're gonna go to the 315, you might as well pay the 30 and get the jetpack, and right? Like,
I can only assume just because it's all new molding they can't use for anything, and that's why it's that much. But yeah, that's pricey for the regular figure, or even the deluxe. If it's not like an Iron Man figure and it's die cast.
Yeah, I thought when I saw the price, I was like, oh, is it die cast? And I don't think it is. Like maybe there'll be some parts, or I don't know. But.
Yeah, they would say definitely if like the armor was or a suit was made out of it. I think.
Breck is saying it's a good sci-fi film and that his kids are really into it. Nice. So my daughter's 8. Maybe I'll force her to see it. Because I do she is into this type of thing. It's just I don't know why she just was not. It didn't appeal to her. And then we have Thunder Punch to the nuts of Merman over here.
I took about 4 of those on Tuesday.
To the wallet.
Yeah, hey, you know what? When that thing finally drops in January or February, there are gonna be so many people. I didn't get it. I'm gonna make my money back and still have a couple to open, so I'm
Yeah.
just fine with it.
I wish I could have bought an extra one to
Yep.
stash away.
I grabbed
But,
2 to open and 2 to resell, so I'm confident I'll cover my cost.
I mean, you could do 3, and you'd have 3 totally different versions.
Yep.
You know, you'd have the 3 versions, right? So
if they're going for stupid amounts on the aftermarket, I may open the third one and only sell one. I don't know, but it's an incredible piece.
yeah. So here's kind of a wide look at the figure, and then we got some close-ups of the couple different head sculpts. We got two new head sculpts. I think these are the whole thing is much more in line with you know the comics and the cartoon and like all this stuff. Like the first one was like their stylized take on it, right? And this is much more true. And then you have this other head sculpt here. So you got the grimacing and the serious. So the battle armor version, and you can swap out magnetically. You can swap out.
I love that. That is such a great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's a nice touch, right? And then you have the Thunder Punch. And can't see it in this photo. This one, you can see it's got like
the caps. That is so awesome.
Stored in the shield.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, they're going straight up like toy tribute type things here.
I love it. I hope that means next year we'll get a Skeletor with battle armor and with dragon or terror claws or something. That would be awesome.
They said they're working on a deluxe Skeletor.
And I don't know if anyone noticed, but there's a picture of He-Man holding the sword up, and the shadow he's casting is not his shadow.
Over here?
There. No. Whose shadow is that?
We got She-Ra in the back.
Yep. They told us they're working on female Buck, and that we should expect to see something revealed this summer. So I'm thinking She-Ra's going to be the next reveal.
It sounds like she's next. Yep.
That opens the door for Teela, Evil, and Sorceress. It's going to be great.
Totally. So we have that same toy head that came with the original one. And the guy who did the photos did some shots of him without the armor on. So you almost have like the Savage,
comic, looks like Savage
original comic, right? And then here's a comparison of the first one, to the new one.
And there's nothing wrong with the first one. The first one's incredible, but you can see they were looking in hindsight and they were saying, okay, now that we know this line is successful, we know this line sells, let's do something completely ostentatious and just cater to everybody's every piece of nostalgia we can. And that's what they've given us here. And it's awesome.
Yeah. And this is key. This release, I think, is central to this whole line because that He-Man and the Skeletor now at this point too, you can't get them for cheap anymore. Like you can't get them for retail anymore. They're gone. Like the key, these are bottleneck figures to a line, and the two main characters, you gotta have them come back out. So this is huge. I feel like this shows a commitment to the line going forward. I know some people were like, "Oh my god, they got bought out by Funko." I don't think that's going to change much.
Well, this really, I found out about that before they announced this, and this erases all of that because, like you said, He-Man and Skeletor have to be evergreen. That was one of the things that killed the line in the 80s. You couldn't find He-Man or Skeletor, any of the core characters. Yeah. That's one of the things that killed the line with 2000X. You couldn't find just a regular He-Man or a regular Skeletor. And they have to keep those refreshed. And this makes me feel like they have a mind toward that now.
Right. Yep. And they could do He-Man again 3 years down the road. They could just do another version of him.
Oh yeah. We've got Smash Blade, we've got movie, they could do a new Adventures switch out. There's so much stuff they could do.
Just redo it with the same original like chest piece, and then just have different other versions
exactly
turn them into those. So here's the full setup. This thing's loaded. When you see it all together, you're like, okay, wow, that's a lot.
That's going to be a big box because those boxes are multi-tiered the way they have all the pieces put in. This is going to be considered. They're not going to be able to get all that, I don't think, in their normal sized.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if
be a bigger box.
Have to change. That'll be the first one they change the size of if they do have to.
Yep, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and there's She-Ra in the back. So so she's next. Even the tweet I think it was Instagram. The thing they put out it kind of said she was next. It was like, oh yeah, we got something coming up soon, right behind this one. So be ready, maybe San Diego or.
I thought they teased her a
That's what
long
I'm
time
thinking.
ago, too.
They teased her a while back, yeah. But this kind of confirms that she's the next release.
Yeah. I'm thinking when you go to SDCC, Chris, you're going to be getting us some pretty awesome pictures of the reveal.
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday. So I'll send all my pics to Bill.
I hope you keep the what does he mean?
Painted. I think what he means is making sure that there's a pre-order window. We know we have 24 hours on this one.
Yeah, I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, and they've had some that were like some of the Scareglow releases. They went up and they sold out very quickly, and some of the exclusive versions did. Like they just had like 1,000 and they sold them and they're gone. But yeah, like when they do it like this, timed. They've done other ones that were timed. I think the Skeletor exclusive might have been timed. There was one a while back that was timed. And if you didn't get this, some of the ones that were timed in the past, like they've done a situation, or ones that sold out in the past, they've done a situation where like they'll sneakily like put 20 up like later on, and you can snag them like right before release or right after release or something. So, pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, some of their exclusives go in stock. Like they're definitely going to make some more. So.
Yeah, I've been able to get a couple of those. I think the first one that Steph got for me was the exclusive Skeletor, and it was one of those instances because Bill, you pointed her to it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I ended up. I remember when they first announced this He-Man, I ended up selling my other He-Man. I sold my He-Man and my Skeletor because I knew they were going to come back out with them, and they were going to come out with better versions. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll recoup a good amount of money because they're going for a lot, and kind of like, prepare for the next ones because I know I'm going to want them. I'm trying to keep, like, I ended up not hanging on to Hordak, so I currently only have, I'll have this He-Man, I'll have the next Skeletor they do, and I currently just have Merman and Man-at-Arms. Those are the current ones I have. I've been trying to. Because of the Star Trek stuff, it's really kind of like put this on the back burner for me.
Yeah. Yeah, these come in fast and furious.
Speaking of, since our last episode, they have put 3 figures up for pre-order, which is nuts. So just today or yesterday, they put up 7 of 9 from Voyager. And I won't linger on these because I know we don't have a ton of Star Trek fans here, but and they put up Tuvok from Voyager, so they get those 2. Which I just ordered both of those yesterday from Underground. And then I think in between those 2, I think they put up Michael Burnham from Discovery. So they're cranking out these figures. And I put this picture because I just wanted people to see what these guys are doing. Like, look at this uniform. Look at the detailing on the craftsmanship, the tailoring and whatnot. Like, these guys are killing it with this line.
Yeah, he like the guy. What's his name? Nanjin. He's just like constantly pouring over this stuff. It's insane.
Yeah, he's like a lot of time thinking about
people
it.
People are like asking him like go into other lines, and he's like, "No, I'm just doing Star Trek. This is all I want to do."
Yeah. These are. I don't think I have the prices up here, but 7's like $220. Tuvok's like 200 even. I think Michael might be the same. They're right up. They're hovering right around 200. Most of these. But
yeah,
I ordered all. I ordered all 3 of these.
Come with a lot of good accessories, all the hands you want, which is like always a thing, especially for like specific things like that, and also for female hands, which there's far fewer of those in 6 scale or any scale really. So they that's always my what do you call it, like an annoyance for me is when it's like we'll give you 6 hands that are just a regular like fist, a gun hand, and a gripping hand. I'm like, okay, you can do a little more for that.
I guess they
designed have, like, claws there. I've never seen Voyager, so like
no. So the bottom right is the neck pinch. So he goes like
of 7 on her.
Oh, hand? that's the assimilation. Like out of the knuckles come these little like tubes for like assimilation type thing, like the
Okay.
Borg. There's like she can connect to computers. I think is what she does with those. I'm trying to remember what that is, but yeah, it's like technology coming out of her fingers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so yeah, Discovery is like I love the new Star Trek. I know there's a lot of people who don't like a lot of the newer Star Trek stuff, but I love Discovery. I love Picard, and I love the new one, Strange New Worlds. Like all these shows, I'm enjoying quite a bit.
I want to catch up on Picard. I want to check that one out. I have not.
Season 2 was better, I thought, than season 1.
Okay, cool.
And so then we have the Super 7. Again, we're just going to kind of gloss over these. We have 3 new characters for Toxic Avengers. And then we have 3 new Transformers coming out here. We have the Childhood Trauma Optimus Prime, and then Starscream and Soundwave.
I like it.
Yeah, I for both of them, I'm kind of surprised that they're going for 3, and I'm like, I wonder if that's going to be a new thing going forward or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both, the Transformers. It's 2 heavy hitters. It's Starscream and Soundwave. So,
yeah,
a
couple core ones right there for sure. And I think I don't really know much about Toxic Avengers, but like putting Toxie back out, I think they kind of have to do that because the first one came out a couple years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
So this one is more cartoon painted, and it also like the head that's there is a new head. That's a cartoon head. Right. It also comes with, I think it comes with the other 2, but there's enough differences for me where I'm like, that's like a worthy upgrade, especially because they have other characters now that are looking in that same cartoon vein. So that I'm looking forward to those. I remember liking that cartoon. I don't know if it's any good anymore, and I had the toys. It's just crazy, weird stuff. So.
A couple last minute additions here. MAFEX just today. I don't know if these were teased at all. Like I feel like just all of a sudden we saw these. We have this is essentially a repaint, a classic repaint of that sort of like 90s looking Spider-Man, and then we have the Scarlet Spider. They just went up for pre-order today. You can find those on the various import sites and whatnot. I don't have a lot of other pictures because I kind of tacked them on later, but those 2. I think Scarlet Spider's a little bit more because of the cloth.
Yeah. I almost want to say they reduced the price because for the classic suit, I don't know if they included all the webbing or whatever, but they don't appear to include the unmasked Peter head. Okay. So, but yeah, it's like in the $60-something range for him. Yeah,
see, and I'm leaning towards getting this because my big gripe when I bought the original one was you couldn't even see the webbing, the black and the red. They had it sculpted. Right? Yeah, it was painted horribly. I couldn't wait to unload that thing. But this actually looks like what came from the comics, so I'll be picking this up, and I'll be happy to get it.
And a little more Marvel. So this is the SH Figuarts, their own stylistic thing called the Tech On set, and this is a Venomized Wolverine, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a Venomized Wolverine. There's actually a Marvel comic that came out concurrently with it. It was a 4 or 6 issue limited series that they did back when they announced this, and I think issue 1 had just come out when Iron Man came out, and they had finished the run by the time the Cap came. I got the Captain America about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. These figures are a lot of fun. If you guys are on that's Hedgehog action. Yeah, that's a line. What this is it's called Avengers Tech On, TECHON, Tech On. It's a Marvel comic story where the Avengers basically lose their powers and everyone has to be equipped by Iron Man. So the first figure that came out was an Iron Man. And then the second one that came out was a Cap. This is a Wolverine that's been infected by a symbiote. And then they have several other in the pipeline. We're supposed to be getting also a Black Panther, a Doctor Doom, I think a Spider-Man. There are several, and they're still revealing them kind of as we go because this one had not been revealed initially. So if you like a cool little nothing burger of an Elseworld story that's just a fun beat 'em up with some really cool art, I would go pick it up. The art's very fun to look at. It's very manga influenced. So if you like that style, I think you'll enjoy it. And the figures are a ton of fun. They come with so many accessories. Like you could buy, if any of you bought the Figuarts Iron Man figures that have come out during the MCU run, they come with gobs of accessories and different ways to display them. This Tech on takes it to a new level. You could buy 2 or 3 of each of these figures and have them all displayed completely differently, not even looking remotely, like they're copying one another. So and they're not that expensive for Figuarts. Most of them are, in that $80 to $100 range. If you pre-order them on aftermarket, obviously you'll probably pay more, but it's a fun line. I really enjoy it.
And then we have the SH Figuarts Venom. And again, I just have the one shot because Larry you had mentioned this and I had completely forgot about it. But yeah, this was on display at an event, I think, right?
Well, it looks like a movie Venom. So they're continuing to build things into that quote unquote MCU that haven't been in the MCU yet, but we know they will. Like the Deadpool. That's obviously a Deadpool from the first movie, but we're going to get him. What I would love to see is them keep doing this. I'd love to see them pull in him. The movie version of Carnage would be cool. Maybe since Marvel has all the 20th Century Fox stuff, maybe we could start to see some stuff from, the 2000s X-Men movies pulled into this. Who knows? I think this and that Deadpool open a lot of doors to what we might get to see in the future.
And that's it. That does it for the news. Any other lingering things that we didn't mention, guys? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else.
I think so.
I think we covered a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of catch up to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And I think we got through most of it. Some stuff that was like 2-3 weeks ago, I'm sure we missed that. Probably not worth bothering at this point, but lot of good stuff. And I mean, this past week just crushed my wallet between the Pink Skulls, the He-Man figure, 7 and 9, just oof, it was rough. I was selling a bunch of people probably saw it on my Instagram. I was selling a bunch of stuff just to like try to keep up. But that's what I need to do. It's summertime. It's time for me to sell some stuff.
Yeah.
Spend some time. All right. Let me just get into the comments here and see what's going on because we are going to wrap this thing up. $1 tomorrow on Mattel Creations. Okay. So that's actually not a regular release, huh? I saw that come up in somewhere. I saw a picture of it, but okay. That's the Origins, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Valaverse Wave 3. Cool. Larry, I think he's talking about the comic, maybe the Red Skull, and was Red Skull in that comic?
Yep. Red Skull. I think that's one of the figures they said they're going to do as well. I may be
really
talking from I may be Mandela affecting myself here and talking from a false memory, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the because they showed this big kind of collage of shadows, and you could pick out what some of them were. Some were a little more difficult, but if you read the comic and then went back and looked, but I don't have those in front of me now.
Cool. I'm just going through. Yeah, the Borg interface was what that hand thing is. All right. Let's see. We got one more comment here. Did you see the promo photo of SH? Oh, yeah. I probably should have put that up here. So we had the...
I sent you that one as well.
Moff Gideon, yeah.
And they had updated pictures of Pattinson's The Batman as well.
Right. These are figures that are already up for pre-order? Or
Gideon is not yet, neither is Venom. Batman's been up for pre-order, but we don't know yet on these two. Oh, and also if you pre-ordered Thor and Jane Foster from Love and Thunder from SH Figuarts, from the different overseas vendors, those shipping payment notifications are coming through now.
Yeah.
I got mine from who did I order that from? I got mine from where are they? Ami. I got mine from Ami today.
Nice.
So, yep.
Nice.
And then one last comment: Hedgehog's going to go see G.I. Joe the movie. They're doing some screenings of it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
If my competition wasn't on Saturday, I would be going to see that.
I'm
but
tempted.
I thought there's
If
2 nights. I thought it's like one of those Fathom events. They usually do 2 nights.
it'll
Of it.
probably
Yeah.
be
Like
2
next
nights.
Tuesday or something.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to
sure
be in a
it'll be
pizza coma for 2 days after Saturday night, so it won't matter.
All right. Well,
yeah, well, good luck with your competition.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate it. I'm locked in and ready to go. I'm definitely improved over a couple summers ago when I competed. So this is more of just a warm up, getting ready for the national show in August. So
Nice.
yep. Just gonna put the head down and keep going.
And Chris, are you going to be going to San Diego Comic-Con? Oh yeah, you got you showed your badge. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And what
Yeah.
are the
I'm the
dates
one
of?
with contest ring.
I believe it's July 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, 21st to 24th. So
That'll be something to look forward to. Sweet.
yeah, no, I'm really excited. It's the first time I've gone, every year, almost every year I've been in San Diego, just because I've coincidentally known a guy who was like, he didn't go on the Thursday or something like that, where I borrow his badge. So got like the full thing now, and I'm
Awesome.
officially like in the pool, so I can keep going, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, everybody. We're gonna be skipping next week again. It's my wedding anniversary, so we're not gonna record on that night. And we tend to just stick to straight up Thursdays, so we won't do like Wednesday or anything. We'll just record that following week. Which watch that. That's probably like the 4th. Actually, I think it's not. I think
No, it's the week
probably like
after.
the 6th. Yeah. So thanks for joining, everybody. Again, happy 5th anniversary of the DorkLair. And until next time, may the force be with you.